Hey, what's up guys? Grimsie42 here, and I've got part one of my Con Bravo haul, and normally the term haul irritates me because people will go on Facebook groups and post like 2 Game Boy Advance games and say my haul for Thursday, for example. And it just kind of gets annoying, but in this case, I think it's safe to call this a haul. This is quite a bit of stuff from quite a different bit of people, so I'm going to jump right into it. But before I do, let me give you guys a quick little guideline on how I'm going to play this all out. So this here will be part one of my pickups. Part two is going to be a recap of the con. It's going to have a whole bunch of cameos, guest appearances, fun stuff like that. My impressions of the con, a whole bunch of photos, all kinds of cool stuff like that. So you guys will definitely get a really good insight into the con. And then the last part I'm going to do is a Quest for NES Pickups episode where I'll show you guys everything that I got Nintendo oriented. And I'm pretty sure that it was a pretty good weekend for me for Nintendo. So anyways, without further ado, let me jump into these pickups. These first 5 here are from a retail store that myself, Boomstick229, and the Game Chasers all visited before we went to the convention. Basically, they all met up with me at my house the night before, and then we went to the con. But without further ado, the first one is Bomberman Generation. Pretty sure that completes my GameCube Bomberman games. These next 2 are Xbox exclusives, so I picked them up. They were pretty cheap. First one is Blink's Time Sweeper. And the next one is the sequel to Blink's, Blink's 2 Masters of Time and Space. Okay, a couple Genesis games. This one was $2, which I thought was pretty darn fair. It's Tasmania. Complete. And the second one is NBA Hang Time in one of these cool cardboard boxes, and it also has the manual in there. So for everything there, I spent under $25, and to make matters better, Boomstick actually picked the tab up for me. I don't know why, maybe she was feeling generous, but she would not allow me to purchase them, so no idea. The next items I got from my buddy Matty J. I will link his channel, and everybody I mentioned, his channel is down below. But these were pretty cool items. They're from McDonald's, and he picked up some extras and gave them to the Game Chasers to give to me. So when they arrived here, they gave them to me, and it's the Mario and Luigi McDonald's Mario Kart toys. For now, I'm going to keep them sealed. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, so I'll just leave them as is. The next stuff I'm going to show you came from Pat the NES Punk. He landed in Buffalo at like 11 in the morning the day of the con, so Thursday, actually the day before, I guess. And I picked him up from the airport and went over to Canada with him. And he hooked me up with some pretty cool games, so I'll go ahead and show you guys. But the first thing is one of his Pat the NES Punk wristbands, which for visual purposes I will wear for the rest of this. I guess it even makes it worse with the whole John Cena thing. I really shouldn't encourage that. Anyways, I grabbed a couple cool things from him, so I will go ahead and show you guys. The first one is Shinobi for the Master System, and unfortunately this one does not have the manual. Next one was, according to this, 2 Mega Power Bomber Raid. I can open this one. And that one was complete, so cool there. The next one, I'm told it's semi-uncommon, is Psycho Fox. Also complete. And the last Master System game is Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, which I believe, don't quote me, but I believe GameSack actually just covered this. So, or at least they did in their Master System thingamajigger, which I think was recently. I don't know. And then the last thing I got from Pat was a PS1 game that I had my eyes on and just couldn't find at the right price. Skull Monkeys. And it's got a cool little, like, holographic cover. I don't know if you can see it. Basically, the eyeball moves up and down. And it's complete, and the disc is, like, perfect. So, no complaints there. A couple manuals I got from my buddy Shady Jay from the Game Chasers, Anticipation, and WrestleMania. I should be showing these in my Quest for NES video, and I'll flash a little thingamajigger there, which you probably already saw, to signify the manual count up. But they were inside one of the Genesis cases, so you get to see them now. The next item is from my buddy Shane, who goes by Rerez on YouTube. It's a game I've wanted for a while, just never wanted to pull the trigger based on the price, but he gave me a really good price, and it's The Last of Us. And it's in like perfect condition, as most PS3 games are. I swear these discs are impossible to scratch. Moving on, and everything else is pretty darn sweet, so if the first half of that had you falling asleep, I apologize. Get ready to wake up. The first one is a Working Designs TurboGrafx 16 Super CD game. And to make matters better, it is complete in box. I got this for $25 from one of the cool guys that was nice enough to show up there. I don't know if he wants his name shown or listed or whatever, so I'll keep that to myself. But it's Cosmic Fantasy 2, and it's still got the wrapping on it. It has been opened, but otherwise it's in like perfect condition, and disc is like immaculate. So, no problem there. A complete TurboGrafx Super CD game is okay with me, especially at 25 bucks, which is like less than half of what it's worth. So, super cool. This next one I had to pry out of Boomstick229's hands. And I assure you, I'll spare you all the details, but she was not so pleased to part with this one. And I do not blame her. However, I traded her something pretty freaking sweet, and she was happy to get it. I actually gave her two things. So I'll let you guys wait for her video to see what I traded her. But what I got was a complete copy of Blazing Lasers, and it's tough to say complete in TurboGrafx terms, because normally complete is just case and manual and game, which is all this here, but in the case of the TurboGrafx, it had these outer boxes which like nobody kept. And this thing is like mint, so totally happy there. This was $20 is what she paid for it, and what I traded her was worth way more than $20, but I definitely wanted those items, so I did what I had to. Alright guys, so I have 4 more items to show you, and the first one is a really cool, I think it's vintage, it's, yeah, 1992, Mortal Kombat wristwatch. Kind of neat, it kind of flips up to display the time and stuff. I'll have to get a battery for it, but that's pretty cool. And the last 3 items are actually from ANC Games. I will admit, red is not really my color, and it has come to my attention that there is a black version of this shirt that actually glows in the dark, which is frigging awesome. So I'm a little upset at Chang, one of the owners, for not giving me one, but at the same time, free shirts aren't really fair. So anyways, without further ado, these are the non-NES pickups that I got from ANC Games, and they're all pretty friggin' good. The first one is a complete in box copy of Mega Man 3 for the Game Boy, and it's not in perfect shape, but it's pretty solid, and anyone who knows, this is pretty rare to find complete in box, so super pleased to get that. Next one is a complete in box Atlas title, and it's Blazion the Bio Cyborg Challenge. And it's kind of a shmup looking game, and it's an Atlas title, so super happy to add that to the collection. And without further ado, the biggest pickup of them all at least in this video. Something that I had had my hands on or eyes on or whatever you want to have it on it for a good amount of time. I've definitely wanted this for a while, and I'm super, super happy that I got it complete now. It is not in the best condition, but at the same time, it's not in the worst condition. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you, in my opinion, one of the crown jewels of the Super Nintendo. Even though I'm not a super big fan of the game, I'm a fan of its collectability and its awesome displayability. I give you, complete in box, Earthbound. Now, this box is not going to win a Miss America pageant. As you can see, there's a little bit of, damage and stuff to it, but overall, it's pretty solid. It is square, it's flat, there's no real dents in it to speak of. It's well played, we'll say that, but it has the player's guide in here, it has the insert, the tray, if you will, which is the most important part. It's even got a sleeve in here, or a dust cover, rather. So that's definitely a awesome addition to my collection. It is my second Super Nintendo big box game. I also have Mario Paint complete in box, which you may have seen in a previous garage sale video. But anyways, this is freaking awesome to add to the collection. You may see this on a episode of Game Chasers, perhaps. Maybe you won't. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Like I said, part 2 will probably be out next week, and it'll be my thoughts on the con, everything like that. And like I said, some cool guests and stuff. And then part 3 will probably be at the end of that week, so the end of next week. And that will be a Quest for NES Pickups episode where I'll show you guys what I got. And it's over 10 games. And some of them are very, very hard to find. Almost impossible to find in this area. So, anyways, guys, on behalf of Ness and this big, stupid robot, which I think is called a Gygus? I don't know. Anyways, until next time, guys, take care.